I think it's taken me some time, and I'm still in transition of fully planning out uh, all my stuff because I'm the person. I'm not scheduled like blah 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 blah. Like especially when I travel, I love just like okay, let me get a map and let's just start walking around and see what we discover. Um, but as I'm getting older and things are changing in life, like it's like okay, we do need a little bit of structure.
Yeah, it's so funny. You just brought something up. I think the only time, very rare, like I think this is one of the only I've giggled a little bit, but in meditation, I'm in a meditation. I laughed out loud. It pretty much like broke my meditation. And this is what happened. I got into a meditative state and I kind of have conversations with my higher self when many times, not every meditation, but a lot of them. And I'm there, and so I'm in this deep state, and I ask myself, because one of my things is to continue to be a better father, to be a better husband, to be a better family man. And I asked, how do I have more time with my family? And then this loud voice in my head says, schedule it. And I'm like, busted up laughing. I'm like, of course, schedule it. Like, duh. And I'm like, this like profound moment. I'm meditating. I'm getting into the state. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this deep wisdom. It's going to tell me what to do. And you know what? It was deep wisdom. Schedule it. It's that freaking simple. And you know what? When I schedule my kids on my calendar, when I schedule time with my wife, when I schedule family time, then we have it. And if that means, and we were even talking about this, Jovanni, for 2021, because we used to travel for a whole month, so we would like be home for 2 or 3 months, and then we'd go for a month and go to Australia and then I'd still work, but I would like modify my work schedule, and then I'd be able to travel. And with everything going on in the world, that's not possible. So now we're like, okay, this 2020, I didn't take as many chunks of time off. I took a lot of long weekends and different things, but so I was like, okay, do we want to take 1 week off a month, or 2 weeks off every 2 months, or 3 weeks off every 3 months? What should dad do? And then the answer was a little bit all of it. So like, a couple times, let's take 3 weeks, a couple times, let's take 1 week, let's mix and match. And so that's what we're going to do. And so I've been working on the calendar for 2021, and our goal is this week to finalize it, but we've made a lot of headway. But that's what we're going to do. And again, it's all by design. But those weeks, we could have it really structured. Like one time we were in Barcelona, and my wife planned a whole thing for the whole day. We woke up in the morning and had these amazing pastries I've never had before. Like and I'm not the big sugar guy, as most people know, but I will definitely have another one when I go back to Barcelona. Amazing stuff. And she mapped this whole thing out, and it was very structured, but it was an amazing day. And then other times we have no structure and we just lounge around, and that's an amazing day. So, try it all out. But again, it's by design. And some people love to have that schedule, and they have the next thing. And some people, they don't want that as much. So that's okay. That's okay too. And so back to the point of what you're making, Jovanni, is like, you plan it out. So if you like want a whole Saturday to do whatever the heck you want, then that's by design. So even if you're not designing, you're designing. I would argue that you're already designing it.
Yeah, yeah, I fully agree. I think it's taken me some time, and I'm still in transition of fully planning out uh, all my stuff because I'm the person. I'm not scheduled like blah 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 blah. Like especially when I travel, I love just like okay, let me get a map and let's just start walking around and see what we discover. Um, but as I'm getting older and things are changing in life, like it's like okay, we do need a little bit of structure. And when we have that little bit of structure, it does seem that jury's still out for me, but it does seem that things go a little bit smoother and we at least have a direction of where we're going. Whereas just like, all right, let's just go in any direction. And you're like, well, what are we going to do? And then sometimes it's like, well, what are we going to do? And then we just sit there. You don't have anything planned because like you get overwhelmed with too much stuff, too many choices or anything like that. Um, so,
I
but
think you're good with that, Jovanni. Just
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Hey there, I want to give you something really big. It's called Clear Path to Customers. It's the way that we get the right language to get the right client. I like to call them your wow clients so that you can have more results, more revenue, more raving fans, and more referrals. And I want to give this to you absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stevenapolitan.com to check it out, or you can look at the description here. We'll put the details there. As always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.